Hey guys, this is the Gear Fanatic coming at you. I've been on a weeks-long quest, so I wanted a really light but robust warmth jacket. I've looked at dozens of YouTube videos, reviews, heard something like 14 or 15 jackets, different sizes, different styles, different brands. I've got it down to 3 that I really wanted to cross-compare down for you on these 3 jackets. The Mont Bell X Light Down Anorak. That's what I've got on. I've got 2 sizes to show you. This is the medium. I'll show you the small in a moment. Just to give you some background, I'm a tall, thin guy. I'm 6 feet tall and only 150 pounds. So I have a torso that probably belongs on a shorter guy. Now this Mont Bell X Light Down Anorak is an Anorak style. It does have a hood and it's a half zip style. Now the cut of this is the boxiest of the jackets, the 3 jackets that I'm going to show you. So it's kind of a SpongeBob SquarePants feel to me. It's too big for me, I feel. This is the medium. There's a lot of fabric. It's not the best fit for me, but it might work for you if you were a shorter person with a similar torso. The down here is in square cells, as you can see. I believe they're completely sealed. No, that's not true. So there's a little seam break between the down pockets all along here between the squares. And I actually did read in some reviews there were occasional complaints that down was migrating and some pockets were losing down. So that's just something to consider. Not a lot of people complained about that, but there was a couple of mentions of that here and there on the internet. Let's see. So in terms of the down itself, this jacket is listed at having 65 grams of down. The jacket weight is listed at 177 grams. Now I measured it myself. The stuff sack is 5 grams. The jacket is 173 for a total weight of 178 grams. The down is a 900 fill power down. The fabric is a 7 denier ripstop nylon with a DWR finish. Show you the side and the back, side and the front. If we go with the hood, I think they call this an Eskimo hood. It's got an elastic feel around it. It's not adjustable, but it does fit snugly all the way around. I feel like that's pretty good. So let me give you a view of how that is. In terms of the cuff style, we have elastic cuffs. There's an elastic that goes all the way around the cuff. It's pretty snug. There's a little space there, maybe a ½ inch on my wrist. Hem adjustments. Let's see. So there is a hem adjustment that does ring all the way around the jacket. And actually, it's got pulls inside the pocket here, which we'll talk about in a minute, but there's 2 pulls, 1 for each hand, and so I can pull those tight and get a good nice snug seal on the bottom of the jacket. It's what they call a kangaroo pocket, so it passes all the way through, and there is no insulation on the back side of this pocket, so you do have exposed airflow and just a thin layer of nylon between you and the air, but reviews typically say that you keep your hands in here or you just lay it flat, and there's not a lot of issue with heat loss there. In terms of fabric, it's a nice feel. It's got a nice hand, as they say. It's a little bit shiny, but not too bad. And crinkly. It's not really crinkly. I like the fabric. Zipper flow is fine. No problems with the zipper flow there. Okay guys, this is the small in the same jacket in the X Light Down Anorak. I just wanted to show you how that fits relative to the medium. It's a much better fit on me in terms of my torso, but I do feel it's too short. In terms of weight, this jacket is 162 grams, just the jacket. Another 5 grams in the stuff sack gives you a 167 gram weight for the small in the Mont Bell Anorak, Light Down Anorak. One more thing I should say about the Anorak style is because you only have this half zip, It is obviously a pullover style, and as you get into the smaller jackets, it's harder to get it on over your shoulders. So for this small, I can get it on, but it's a little bit awkward. The Mont Bell Plasma 1000 down jacket. This is the lightest of the lights. The lightest you're going to find. They've gone really lightweight and compensated by making a 1000 power down. We'll talk about that as I go through the checklist here. Again, the fabric is the same. It's a 7 denier ripstop with a DW finish. The cut style here, the fit, is a little bit more athletic. Okay, it's not quite as boxy, not quite as full in the tube of the body. It fits me a little better. This is a medium that I have on. I'll show you the small in a minute. Definitely fits me better than the Anorak, although I actually still feel this is a little boxy for me. I'll show you the zipper style here. Is a full zip style. The down cells or pockets here have a different design. They're not squares. There's intermittent sort of zigzags, and maybe I can show you a closer video later. But along this whole bar is one contiguous pocket that is pinched in at different spots, so down can migrate. Again, in a couple of reviews, there were some complaints, especially in the lower back area, the backpack area, of down migrating out or moving out of the pockets. You know, I haven't worn this enough to know that. So that's the side. Back, you can probably see that this is not quite as baggy or boxy as that Anorak was. There's no hood on this. It does feel like it comes around the neck pretty well. Cuff adjustment, there's no adjustment on the cuffs, so it's similar in that it's got that elastic all the way around. Again, same distance, about a ½ inch of space on my wrist, perfectly fine. Hem adjustment, there is none. Okay, so that's important to note about this Plasma 1000 is there's no adjustment. They're keeping super lightweight, and so they didn't put the string in. Pockets, there are none. Okay, again, they're going for ultralight, so they wanted to reduce the fabric weight, and so there are no pockets if that's important to you. Fabric is the same as the Anorak, a little bit shiny, slightly crinkly. So the total weight on this jacket with stuff sack is 139 grams. That was 134 grams, the jacket itself, plus 5 grams of the stuff sack. And let me show you the stuff sack actually real quick, just so you can get an idea of what that looks like. Just a super light, same, I think 7 denier ripstop nylon bag. Okay guys, this is the small in the Mont Bell Plasma 1000. Again, I'm 6 feet tall, 150 pounds, very thin, 6 foot tall frame. And it's starting to feel like this is more of a fit that I would want. However, I do think that this jacket is too short for me. I'm just not going to go with this jacket, but it's a good option for you if maybe you're a little bit shorter but with a similar frame, or you really want to go with the ultra light. This jacket weighs 124 grams, if you can imagine that, and then a 5 gram stuff sack for a 129 gram total weight on the small Mont Bell Plasma 1000. Okay guys, this is the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer down jacket. Down is a 800 fill down. I don't actually have the gram weight of the down because the manufacturer didn't provide that information. 7 denier by 10 denier ripstop nylon, meaning I think it's 7 in one direction and 10 in another direction. It does have a DWR finish like the other jackets that we've discussed. And also, Mountain Hardwear went a step further and they have put a DWR treatment on the down itself inside the jacket. They claim this down is more water resistant than standard down. There are lots of little cells, and they are totally closed off, so you don't have that concern about having down migrate around between the down cells. Zipped all the way up, the collar does stand up. Again, we do have space. Zipping seems smooth. No issues there. This cut is clearly a longer and thinner, more athletic cut than the boxiness of the Mont Bell jackets. Turn here and give you a view of the sides and back. Give you again a view with the zipper down, just so you get a feel for what that looks like. This is a medium, and on my frame I feel again this is too big, too baggy. A lot of folks like their jackets like this, right? They want to put a lot of layers underneath. They like to have that roominess, bagginess. I like it a little bit more fitted. Again, no hood on this. Cuff style. There's no elastic in the cuff. They have what they call, I think they called it a buttery lining. It's just sort of a suede or soft lining. Suede-like, probably not actually suede. It's actually snugger, even though it's not elastic. It actually sits around my hand, making a better seal than the Anorak and the Plasma did. I think because it's longer, so it sits down on the wider, meatier part of my hand and makes a seal. This one is kind of interesting. I'll try and show you a close-up later. It's a single point, although the cord does go all the way around your body. It's a single pull. Hopefully you can see that. And then the release is actually inside here, and maybe we can get a close-up of that later. But what you do is you just pinch the release and then it comes undone, no problem. Pockets. Now this is important to me. This actually has 2 hand-warming pockets, okay? Big, deep hand-warming pockets with a nice zipper on those. Which is something that we haven't seen in the other models. Fabric-wise, this actually feels a little shinier than the Mont Bell jackets. I'm not so much into the shininess, but it's not a problem. It is clearly less crinkly than the Mont Bell jackets. I've got no crinkliness at all, no crinkling noise. 209 grams. Now, this jacket does not have a stuff sack. It does stuff into its own pocket. The right side pocket has a reversed zipper, so when you go inverted, you do have a zipper on the outside. So that's a nice feature. Okay guys, you're looking at the small and the Ghost Whisperer, the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer jacket. It's snug, it's fitted. I can still get a layer underneath it, at least a nice thick capelline, maybe even a fleece. But this is what I like. Let me give you a look with the zipper on and off, how that feels and wears, and do a little runway show for you, getting the front, back, and sides. This jacket is weighs in at 195 grams, so again a little bit heavier than the Mont Bell jackets, but still extremely light. And it does have the other features, obviously, that I mentioned with regard to the medium. So I hope that's helped you. We're going to talk about packability and price, and then we'll wrap it up. What we're looking at here is the Anorak, the Ultralight down Anorak from Mont Bell, small and medium. This is the Plasma 1000 small and medium. This is the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer small and medium. This is a standard 32-ounce Nalgene bottle. This is the smaller 16-ounce Nalgene bottle, if you've seen those. Again, these 4 are in a stuff sack. These are stuffed into their own pocket. All of these stuffed fairly easily. I think this bag is actually slightly bigger than this bag. The Plasma bag is bigger than the Anorak bag, that's why it looks bigger, although the Anorak is a slightly larger jacket with a hood, so it's actually packed in there a little tighter. All of these jackets compress a lot more. If I had 3 hands, I would show you. If you take your palms and smush both ends of these jackets together, you can easily smush them to half the length of what they are in front of you now, certainly within the size or volume of that Nalgene bottle there. So that's the review, guys. I spent a lot of time looking at these jackets, reading reviews, and then evaluating these jackets in my own home. I spent some time trying to put together a video that would give you the best of all the videos and reviews that I watched. So I would cover all the information. People say some things and they leave out other parts. I tried to cover all the details with all three jackets so you could really get an idea of what would be the best jacket for you. And I'm going to go with the small down whisper, or ghost whisperer rather, because it's got the features that I liked. It doesn't have any crinkliness. It does have a slim, taller fit. It does have the pockets. It does have the hem adjustment around the waist. So I just like that jacket the best. Alright guys, happy gear hunting. And please like, share, and subscribe if you appreciate this video. I've got a lot more ideas. Another video on the rain jackets that I evaluated. Check the description of the video for a link to a spreadsheet with the details, weights, prices. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.